Will you all please rise and join us in the reciting of the Pledge of Allegiance and the hearing of our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Eric Brown, our SGA president. And thank you all for coming today. This time last year, our university was bracing for a third staggering round of budget cuts. We were in the midst of a prioritization process that had consumed hundreds of hours on the part of campus representatives as we attempted to find a new way of looking at and distributing our resources. We were staring at proposed program closures, layoffs, and possible furloughs. To be sure, things looked grim. I think it's safe to say we learned a lot about ourselves. That happens during trying times. But troubles have a way of bringing out the best in people. We revealed our true selves. We were worried, but we were not afraid. We disagreed on some things, but we were not divided. We were tired, but we did not fall. We held fast. We weathered the storm. More importantly, we learned how to change. As a result, we can point to a number of positive outcomes. We found $7.5 million in permanent cost savings. Then, when the state appropriation reduction turned out to be less than we expected, we were able to convert those savings into much-needed reserves, repairs and renovations, and raises. So we have a lot to celebrate today. In spite of one of the worst economic climates any of us can remember, Southern Miss has continued to grow in size, accomplishment, and prestige. This academic year, we have welcomed another record enrollment, including another record freshman class, they are also our most academically talented class. As we continue to enrich our climate for academic success, we can point to myriad accomplishments of our students, our faculty, and our staff. Our students are winning prestigious awards and recognition. Over the past year, Marie Holowach was named a Truman Scholar. That's only the second in university history. Tori Bowie was named the university's first NCAA champion. Construction student Garrett Wright became one of only 20 students in the country honored with the Pearson Prize as a National Fellow for his community service. And the university won the Hallbrook Award for Academic Achievement in Athletics, and that's the 6th year in a row. Now, for those of you who may lurk about sports message boards, I want to make something really clear for the record. Great public universities deserve great athletic programs. The Golden Eagle fan base should be assured that Southern Miss is doing all that it can to play at the highest level. Any university seeking to move up must bring value to the table. That includes a winning tradition. We have that. Integrity, check. Facilities, check. And a fan base that buys tickets and fills stadiums, and we have a plan for that. And we are doing it with athletes who will actually graduate. Our faculty has had another strong year in research. The Vice President for Research has organized a mentoring program to assist faculty in finding new sources of support. Our deans are also working with the Vice President to identify promising areas where Southern Miss can take a leadership role in conducting research relevant to the state and national needs. One of those opportunities appeared in our own backyard. Our faculty and staff were at the forefront of research related to the Deepwater Horizon oil spill. We've received about $2.2 million in funding so far for that research, and I'm pleased to announce that we will be receiving $6 million more over the next 3 years from the BP Gulf Research Initiative for our marine science faculty to continue those studies. Faculty members are also working to make the next oil spill less catastrophic. Dr. Robert Lockhead, Dr. Sarah Morgan, and Dr. Daniel Savin have developed a new biodegradable dispersant that could make future oil spills a lot less harmful to birds and other sea creatures. A patent application has been filed on this new dispersant, and Dr. Lockhead has obtained funding from the National Science Foundation to develop a working prototype for environmental testing. One positive outcome of the spill has been that Dr. Louis Kyriakoutas in our Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage won a $200,000 grant from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration for the development of well-being indicators and collection of oral histories related to the oil spill. This grant was the largest competitive grant received by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage in a decade, and the largest competitive grant received by the College of Arts and Letters last year. Now, I would be remiss if I did not note that the College of Health increased research awards last year to over $12 million, a 23% increase. The Affordable Health Care Act, passed by Congress last year, places an emphasis on disease prevention and healthier lifestyles to reduce medical costs. As our College of Health is strong in the area of public health, there are significant opportunities for the faculty to take a leadership role in making Mississippians healthier, and I look forward to their continued success. Our professional achievements included our College of Business, nationally ranked by U.S. News & World Report for the first time. All educational licensure programs at Southern Miss were nationally recognized by their respective specialized professional associations through a review conducted in spring 2011. This is the first time Southern Miss has received that distinction. We are removing financial barriers to our students' success by providing more scholarships. And I note the Centennial Scholarship exceeded $4 million with 2,500 different contributors. We have renegotiated our contract with Barnes & Noble to include a much-needed textbook rental program to assist our students in reducing costs. Our visibility grew as the rest of the country and the world has learned just how marvelous we are. Over the past year, total media hits are up 22%, national media hits up 48%, and trade media up 79%. And I note this does not include athletics. These are our academic programs. We were named top 20 most popular one of the top 20 most popular universities by U.S. News and World Report, and won a coveted Silver Anvil Award from the Public Relations Society of America for a very effective Centennial campaign. Our connections with community are ever more strengthened. In economic development, 3 new industries recruited to our area: Styon with 1,000 jobs, GE Aviation with 250 jobs, and Bracco Technology with about 50 jobs, in large part because of the research we conduct and the connections we make to attract jobs to our region for our students. Student volunteer hours and service learning hours increased again. We had a successful United Way campaign and look forward to another one this year. And our campus community is enjoying more green space, a parking garage, progress on the restoration of the Coast Campus, and more visitors than ever attending our arts and athletic events. We continue to embrace a culture of healthy minds, bodies, and campuses. We have a LEEDS Gold certified residence hall, one of only 4 in the country. Our recycling program is growing, and we have implemented plans to become a smoke-free campus. I could go on, but I think you get the point. Southern Miss is a great university. Give yourselves a hand. I've been president here for 4 years, 3 months, and 21 days. That's 1,574 days, 37,776 hours, or 2,266,560 minutes, give or take a few. When I came on board in 2007, you and I spent a lot of time talking about our hopes and our dreams for the university. As a new president, I found a spirited, dedicated, persistent group of employees, students, and alumni. But I also detected some undercurrents of doubt. In spite of our frequent references and shouts of Southern Miss to the top, some of you did not, or perhaps do not, believe we could get there, to the top. At the time, you pointed to inequities within the IHL system. Some of you said we have never been sufficiently funded to do the work we need to do as compared to our sister institutions. Some of you said we had not enjoyed support from the legislature or from the IHL board. Now, while it is true that state appropriations are declining, we are receiving our fair share of funding from an IHL board that has capable leadership. We have good relationships with the legislature and all members of the board. We have enjoyed amazing support from our congressional delegation. The state is bonding buildings for us for the first time since the mid-90s. We are raising private money. Our researchers are winning highly competitive grants. Our campus is more beautiful than ever. Our students are winning prestigious awards. And however the November election turns out, the next governor of the state of Mississippi will be a Southern Miss alum. And if anyone thinks this university cannot get to the top, you are wrong, and you are out of excuses. Going forward, I have 10 things for you to think about, and I'm going to call them the President's 10 for 12. First, let's lead on quality. Academic quality is our best competitive tool. Let's face it, our students have choices. Public, private, and proprietarial universities are in fierce competition for precious resources. But at the end of the day, the university that prepares students best will win. Keep an eye on enrollment. We do not need, nor do we aspire to be, the biggest university in the state, but we do need to reach capacity. If not, we're failing in our mission. At Southern Miss, we have a good enrollment plan that will allow us to grow while continuing to provide good service and good quality. We must recruit the brightest and the best new employees, and we're competing with the rest of the country for them. The future of the university depends on good hiring. Make this a good place to work. Be patient with the new people and with some of the old people who are doing 2 or 3 jobs while we wait to fill positions. 4, our resources and our priorities need to match. The development and implementation of an effective and consensual process for the enrichment of our most productive academic programs is going to be key to making that happen. We should embrace our diversity. Southern Miss enjoys a high racial and gender diversity. We also have students from 70 different countries. This diversity, this very diversity, gives our students a priceless opportunity to learn from other cultures and types, and they will be better for it. 6, remember that facilities do matter. We continue to strive for state-of-the-art facilities, but we also must be good stewards. From this point on, we will commit to endowing our buildings. 10% of the cost of every new building will be needed to be raised privately and invested in order to preserve and upgrade as needed. 7, we'll need to serve the needs of the coast by providing a stable inventory of programming. Students who begin their studies there should do so with a reasonable expectation of completing them there without having to commute to another campus. 8, know that the economic development of South Mississippi is good for Southern Miss. Through the work that we support, we can close an important loop by providing jobs for these talented graduates that we're producing. 9, think about service and think about how the work that we do benefits others. And 10, invest in Southern Miss. Recently, we received a significant gift from a grateful alum, Chuck Sienna, who understands and appreciates the value of the education he received here. One of his comments really stayed with me. He said that he and his family do not consider the $5 million they gave us to be a gift. He said instead, it is an investment in us and in something he believes in. So as the poet Mary Oliver said, tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? as we move into a brand spanking new academic year with minutes to be filled, experiences and experiments to be created, and memories to be made, I'm asking you to invest in Southern Miss and expect a favorable return. You can start by taking just a moment and asking yourself, why am I here? What attracted me to this job, to this university? I doubt seriously if the answer will be to make a lot of money. Instead, we saw other riches. For our students, it may have been the opportunity to learn from specific distinguished faculty, or to gain the skills necessary to fare well in a competitive workplace. If that's the case, students, invest in that. The highest tribute you can give your teachers is to learn and build on the lessons gained in the classroom to be the best you can possibly be. Employees may be here because of the opportunity to do meaningful work with people we like in a community we enjoy. If that is true, invest in that. Do good work. Support your colleagues by modeling a respectful, civil environment of meaningful discourse. Come to university club events, athletic events, concerts, and theater performances. Hang out. Get out of your offices. Donate to good causes. The average salary of a Southern Miss employee is 50% higher than that of the average Mississippian. We can afford to share. Volunteer in this community. As one of the 3 big employers in the area, it's not unreasonable to expect to see a Southern Miss representative on every significant board in town. Share your strengths. I came to this university first as a student. I had opportunities at other places, but I chose Southern Miss. You know, I had big plans for my life at a time when there were few opportunities for women. This university embraced me and shaped me, encouraged me to have faith in myself and to be brave. Now I'm back as your president, entering my 2nd term of office, a good many years older and at least a little bit wiser. And I believe I have done good work in my time, and I've always done my best. But nothing has ever mattered to me the way that you matter. As I enter this 2nd term of service, I pledge to you today to invest all that I have to give to Southern Miss for as long as I'm here. My time, my strength, my money, my influence, and my heart. Now let's sing the alma mater. Thank you for coming. There are refreshments outside, and the University Club opens at 4:30.